everyone, this is Kasia. I'm feeling artsy, and today we're going to learn all kinds of different realistic looking bows. If you enjoy drawing with me, please make sure you subscribe down below. To complete this project, you will need a piece of paper and a pencil. Our first bow is going to be a single bow, so one tie. I'm going to begin by drawing some outlines. So these shapes, we kind of want to keep them light because we will erase them later. But my first shape is going to be a small rectangle, like it's almost a square, but it's a rectangle because it's a little wider on the side. Then I'm going to draw the bow shape, and that is going to go up here, turn, and come back. So almost like a very simple bow that a kid would draw. And then the same thing on the other side. Now, to make it more realistic, we have to define our shapes. So this center shape, the rectangle, we're going to curve it in here on this end and curve it out on this end. I'm going to draw a dip here, so it's like it's scrunched up a little bit, and also on the other side. Now these shapes. So first I'm gonna follow my shape here, and as I'm getting to the top, I'm not going all the way. I'm gonna turn in right here and come back to the front, but end here, not all the way in, like so. This shape can be, you know, a little bigger or smaller. Now this, I'm going to not follow it exactly, but I'm gonna come out for a little bit and then I'm gonna dip. So I'm gonna make a curve and come back out. And then come back in following my original shape. Here I'm going to add two lines, so it looks like the fabric, the ribbon is scrunched up and they're coming out from the center area. Now on this side, we're not going to be able to see the fold up top, we're going to see it on the bottom. So I'm going to start here and go to my to the corner, and then I'm going to turn back in, and this shape is going to also curve, so like this, something like this, and it can go all the way to this corner here, or it can end a little sooner. And then on this side again, I'm going to do the dip, and then connect. I'm gonna make two lines again to show the scrunchiness of the ribbon. And now I'm gonna draw the ends of the ribbon. So coming out from this corner here, we're gonna go down, curve a little bit, and then maybe here, and I'm gonna connect it at a triangle like dip, so it's like a cut. And this can be more curved or more sharp, straight edges. And again, some lines for the scrunchiness. Same thing on the other side, we're just going to see a little bit more of this ribbon. So right here, and then maybe here, and I'll do the same finishing off of the ribbon. and some lines to show that the ribbon is scrunched in this corner. Now, if this was, you know, in the back of the hair, then you're kind of done with this ribbon. But if it's on the present, you can add lines here. So, you know, it would be tied here and then it will come to the side. So you can add a line here and maybe right here. And the same thing on the other side. You kind of want to match it, so I'm gonna do this and go behind here and do this. Now, to make this more realistic, we want to add shading. So I'm gonna add a lot of darkness here in the folds because the light doesn't get in here. I'm gonna add some darkness here and a bunch of darkness in the center where the ribbon scrunches up. And right here too. Also, instead of shading in your ribbon or your bow, you can use crayons or markers and color it. Okay, so this bow is done. Let's do a double bow. A double bow is pretty much the same thing, but it's tied twice, so we would have double this. So with any bow, we would start with our rectangle, and this one I made the other way. So this one was wider here, and this one is wider here. I'm doing this because I'm gonna have the extra puffiness from the bow. And we could make our bow skinny, so then we would draw skinny thin shapes. Or we can make our bow puffy, and then I would draw the puffier shapes. Let's go for mid-size-ish. So, and I'm gonna make it droop to the down a little bit like this. I'm gonna erase this other line so we're not confused. So this will be my one bow, and the second one I'm gonna put it behind it. So I'm gonna draw a second piece here. And same thing on the other side. This will droop down a little bit. And the one behind will stick up. And maybe you can see this piece and maybe you can't, you know, it's up to you how you're gonna draw it. Now, let's do our folds. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did here. On the bottom bow, actually on this one, I'm not gonna show the fold at all. So I'm just gonna curve it in, and I can do the curve like I did over there, or I can do less of a curve, or I can poof it out. It all depends on what look you're going for. And I'm curving this here a little bit. The centerpiece, I'm going to turn it this way. So here it went this way, and here it'll go this way. And I'm also going to do the dips on both sides. So that's like scrunchiness from the bow being tied. I will add the two lines here. And on this one, I will do the same thing like here. So I'll go almost to the corner and then turn in and do the fold. On here, again, we can dip in some on the edge, or we can poof it out and connect this piece. And again, 2 lines for the scrunchiness. The one in the back, on this one, we will see the fold here. So I'm gonna go to the corner and come in here, like so. And then do my dip side. And a little bit scrunchiness here. On this one, we will see it here. So go to the corner and turn in, and now because we don't see where it goes, it'll just end, and then the side will dip a little bit and come in, and then we can do the ends of the ribbon, and it could be cut like that again, or maybe this one is cut straight. And same thing on the other side. Okay, so now same thing like here. We can shade it in or we can color it. I'm gonna shade it in, and I will do pretty much the same thing I did over there. So some darkness here, a lot of darkness in these folds, a lot of darkness in these folds. Okay, now let's do a bow that is like really big and round and on top of the gift. So to do that, I'm gonna draw a circle so I kind of know where everything ends up. Okay, and draw your circle lightly because we'll erase it later. The centerpiece of this is going to be a fold. And I'm just gonna draw it like so. 2 parallel lines that connect here, and you can see what's underneath here. And then we're gonna build the other shapes around this. And the other shapes will be more triangle-like. So I'll start with my first one here. I'm doing them lightly because I will later maybe correct them a little bit. But what I'm doing is I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna add triangles. So on this first layer, I think I have 4. And some of them may be hiding behind, like you see the fold, and some of them maybe you'll see the underneath, like so. And I will be adding a bunch of triangle-like shapes and build around it and keep going until I fill in my circle. Okay, I think this is pretty good. So now I'm gonna add some shading to make it look more like the ribbon that it is. I will have to add a bunch of darkness in the folds, and then on the ribbon itself there will be more darkness here where it's overlapped by another piece, and some more lightness on the top where the light hits it. I will have to do this to every single piece. On the triangles, I'm gonna do more darkness from each side with some lightness in the center, kind of like this. And on the ones that are overlapped, like this one's overlapped here, I'm gonna add even more darkness where there's something in front of it. Some of these shapes I'll curve out like so to show that the ribbon is folded over, and some of them I'm going to push back so it looks like the ribbon's opening a little bit and there's a fold here. This does take a while, so don't get discouraged. Just go one piece at a time and slowly add in some shading or some color. As a final step, I'm going to erase this circle. I have room for one more bow, so I think I'm gonna make this one super skinny. And I will begin like on those two with a rectangle. And this one will go here. This one's like narrow ribbon. I'll go here. I'll make it a little longer. This part is going to be folded like so. I'm gonna do a little dip on this end. This will curve. And I'll do little dips like in these two. On this side, I'm going to show the other side, and I will go like so. So this goes here and folds in, and we see the back side of it. I'm gonna make it a double, so I'm gonna do one coming up here. And you'll come out from the center and then cross over to the back. And same thing on this side, you'll go up, come back in, and this part we don't see, it's in behind, and then it comes out here. Actually, I'm gonna change this. We'll see the front here like so. And now this the rest of this ribbon will come out here, and it's going to curl. And on this side, it's going to curl like this. So here's the back of it. And then I'm gonna be drawing the second line that follows the first line to show where the ribbon goes. And here will be in the back. And same thing, I'm gonna follow this line exactly, so double it. I'm gonna erase some of these because this is in the front, so we can't see it. This is in the front, so we can't see it. And here I'm going to connect these. So this whole thing is in the front, so we can't see these two. And same thing here. Okay. I'm gonna add a bunch of shading here. I did a whole another video on ribbon and ribbon curls, so I kind of go in detail over there on how to do that, but you can watch this. And I'm going to add a bunch of shading in the back and in all of these curves here where they're also in the back behind something else. Okay, my bows are done. I hope you found this video helpful. Please make sure to give me thumbs up and come back to see me soon.